Are you ready?
now?
Let's freaking do this. I am anxious to play 7 Days to Die for our new POV series, so quiet on the set, people.
Watch now with 3 viewers, and I look down there and it says 0.
It's the 3 of us. We're the 3
Yeah.
viewers, okay?
I know, but it shouldn't tell me that if it's the 3 of us.
It doesn't know who you are.
It doesn't know.
It should know me by now.
It should know me. So many games, so much winter, except I've actually named this the Battle of Claw Island and other fun stuff. Hello! Welcome, we are the Damsels game. Is that what I usually say in the beginning? Do I usually say we are the Damsels game?
You don't say much of anything.
I don't say much of anything. That's my problem. Alright, let me start again. So much shade. Just woo! Throw it. Damn, I'm dodging the shade already. Hello,
We game.
Right? We are the Damsels game. The Damsels are 3 lady gamers who like to play games and then talk about them. Tonight we are playing through our 3rd episode of our new 7 Days to Die POV series live, so more on that later. And holy smokes, we finished Far Cry 5, and what a ride it was. We're going to talk about that, and the harsh mistress, that is Ark Survival Evolved. We are playing the Ragnarok map. Yes, we went there repeatedly. Let's just say, the crazy bird ladies of Ark are back.
And we're streaming now. We didn't stream it before.
We didn't stream it before, but now we are kind of I stream just in case something interesting happens. So.
In case you're a literalist person, they don't mean now that you're streaming. They mean when they play.
Like when we play. She's right. She's absolutely right. We also are going to talk just a little bit about Valheim, but you're not going to like anything that I have to say. So, but just thanks for listening anyway.
It depends on whether they like the game or not.
That's true. And this week, the Damsels is sponsored by Mopower Electronics. What's in your outlet? That's it. I'm managing one of his stores. I'm kind of squatting there and managing the store, so, fixing it up.
It's like
and everything.
free rent for
keeping
managing.
it running. Yeah, it's pretty much free labor on my part, but he's letting me live there, so it's pretty important. So he's our sponsor this week. But The Damsels is recorded live on Sunday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. This is our 142nd show. We put out a show every 2 weeks. You can listen via iTunes or our website, damselsofddo.com, or our home at Podcast Garden. Hello, Podcast Garden. Put us on the front page. You said you would.
Look, and then we said it at the beginning.
Yeah, we said it at the beginning. You don't have to listen through to the end to hear the words Podcast Garden now. I've learned my lesson. You're going to put me on the front page, period.
But you should listen anyway. We might say it again.
You could. We might. We probably was written, so it shall be done. Go ahead.
Where is Mo Power Electronics? What game is that from?
It's 7 Days to Die.
Oh,
it's an electronics store in 7 Days to Die. Yeah, it's an ideal home. It has a wall around most of it. It has a really nice backyard, a very sturdy building with a good roof. I'm actually gardening on the roof. And Mo has a nice pick. I like the big purple fro that he's got. So, aesthetically pleasing and all that.
Outlet.
What's in your outlet? I know, it's very, very clever. Very punny. So, are you guys... Well, did we get any email this week? You said no.
No.
No email this week?
Right before we started.
So before we talk about any videos, because boy oh boy are there a lot of them.
There are a lot of comments too.
I'm getting ready to blow your minds. Brace yourselves, ladies, because and brace yourselves in the chat room. You guys can also play along because I am about to give Mithery and Saba Jade a link on the damselsofddo.com website, and you guys can follow it too and see the big reveal. Follow that link and look at our new artwork. Oh my god, isn't it great?
Oh my god,
that's awesome. Mithery, what are you doing?
She's obviously holding a cat.
Petting a kitty.
She's holding
That
a cat
is
and using it as a
cool.
gun. It's great, right?
That
I
is
love
cool.
that.
He
That is
finally
awesome.
finished.
Awesome.
He finally finished. I was
amazing.
so
Well
pleased.
worth it. That is awesome.
Very awesome.
I'm a tiny bit dark.
So, the Damsels
Other than
game is getting ready to be
Barely
sponsored by
see me.
itself.
I'm loving
getting him,
it. This
getting him
is
to
fine.
good. You're living for it because getting him to make changes is going to be like dental surgery without anesthesia. So what we get is what we get.
I've
But-
done
I
it
think it's
before, and I
awesome.
don't
Very,
make it
very
bigger.
cool. Thank you,
Yeah.
Clankenbeard.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that cat.
You know,
Look how pretty my dress is.
your dress took forever and it's dizzy with detail. That was like he just complained and complained and complained. You just don't even know. I'm so glad you guys like it though. I love it. I love the sort of Charlie's Angels silhouette.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have that on a
It's really pretty too.
yeah. I have that on a white background as well.
Very
The
cool.
silhouette.
That gun saw I was holding.
It is giant, right? I mean, come on. What is she compensating for? Probably her height.
I know.
She's so short. Compensating for height.
amazing.
All right, so let's talk videos. I'm ready. We have
All right. So we
Don't
have
know if I can think about anything else.
so our point of view series came out,
Yes.
and everybody did it from their own point of view.
Yes.
So the first one I watched was Lessa's.
Oh God.
Lessa has been making videos forever.
For a long
and you
time.
Can tell. She picked
Yeah.
on me a lot.
That's pretty much a 15-minute montage of me trolling Sabajade. Like that's all it is. If you want to watch a 15-minute montage of me trolling
It's really
Sabajade,
funny.
watch my point of view. Our POV series to me is a psychology experiment. And now I understand why the three of us are able to fit together and game for as long as we have. Because Mythery is sort of passive-passive. Sabajade is passive-aggressive. And I'm aggressive-aggressive. So
I'm not sure if Mythery is passive though, because she was like, "This is Drax's girlfriend.
no.
Drax's girlfriend is jelly of
She's
me."
jelly
I mean,
of
that
me.
is not passive. Not by a long.
She does have her moments where she throws some light shade.
And then Mythery is all about store stuff, inventory.
Oh
store-
my God!
See how Sava's
she's-
being passive aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. She spends so much time like just moving real slow.
I
She's
know.
like she
it
wants
was
everything
awful.
to be perfect inside her
I'm sorry.
inventory.
I'm so sorry.
I'm the worst about getting into my inventory when I'm streaming and when I'm recording. I try to be cognizant of it, but it's hard. It's almost a comforting thing, getting in there and going, okay, yeah, I still have this.
Inventory Management 101, Fred says. So if you notice in my video, one of the things I did was I was standing behind Myth at the store, and she spent forever
She
talking
was
to
sitting
that
there
woman.
forever talking to that lady.
So I mentioned Myth is communing with this woman,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in my video because she was there forever. And Myth's like, I'm just checking out her whatever. And I thought that was funny because she didn't say her inventory, which I don't know what you were checking out there, Myth.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't her
I'm not telling
inventory.
you either.
I know.
She's like, I ain't telling you.
So she has a thing for Jen.
That's okay. No judgment here.
No,
I mean, who wouldn't have a thing?
Apocalypse.
You've seen Jen, right? I mean, she's clearly the best looking lady in the apocalypse.
well, Myth doesn't have a thing for either one of us. There are only 4 women around. I mean,
She
3
knows
other
us
women
too
around.
well. Jen. Everybody wants to screw the new guy, you know.
Right?
So my story is all about the funny stuff that happened. I thought, like me saying Lessa is the wolf slayer.
Yeah, but there was no wolf, so I don't know what you mean by that. That wolf
Guess you
was.
slayed them all.
Yeah, I slayed every
Who
wolf.
slayed them all, and you going after the bear, I thought was funny, and
That
because
didn't even make my video. the
I
bear.
know it didn't.
Yeah, we were
And-
just talking about that.
And you not wanting to go after the snake, I thought was funny.
Yes,
That was
apparently
funny.
I'm terrified of snakes.
So I was like, but don't you need to kill a snake?
She's like, don't. Yeah, she's right. That sucks. I hate that she's right. So I had to go back and kill the snake.
And I thought myth chipping you was funny. So
Yeah.
So I think I go for funny bits, but I'm not sure anybody else thinks they're funny.
They were.
Very good. I thought you did a good job. And
But
that was
I
Mystery's
just put
first
clips
video.
together, and you guys do
We
fancy
do
stuff
scene
like
transition. We do
I
words.
know it's like, geez Louise. But in my defense, I get sick putting videos together.
Oh,
I cannot do first person stuff. It's bad enough playing a first person game, and me trying to make a video, I get ill. My head gets wobbly, my stomach gets. Yeah, Drac and I were talking about this the other day, and I said, I get sick watching people play. And he's like, well, how do you do your videos? And I say, it makes me ill. And he's like, making transition things and doing all that fancy stuff that you do would never happen.
I'm going to bring the elephant into the room now.
Yes.
Torchgate.
Oh.
In where Saba Jade either destroyed or took my torch and then claimed that she had her own pile of torches, but not mine.
So you saw in my video what happened, right? I did destroy
I saw
it.
what happened.
Yeah, you poked it.
She did.
I poked
She
it.
poked it. She poked my torch. And
Yep.
It
Came
was
up
an
the stairs
accident.
and went poke.
I was trying to kill a zombie.
sometimes torches get poked.
And then I gave you 8 of mine. So
It's the funniest thing, though. She's gonna look at her backpack. No, none of these
No,
torches.
none of these torches are
Nope,
yours.
but I got lots of torches.
I recognize.
and I love Myth's comment was like, I wish somebody would tell me how to distinguish
How to distinguish one torch from another.
from another.
This torch is special. Torchgate.
Very good.
That was
But
it.
we had a bunch of comments to our POV series. I love how Myth is bleeding to death and then grazes the spikes on the way out.
Yeah, on the way
Way to
out. That was a
amp up
nice
the
touch.
tension.
That was a nice touch.
Fierce Fred says, good job, Myth. Make sure when you build a house to put a roof on it, or you will never hear the end from Lessa.
That's true. That's true. That's 100%.
And then on Lessa's 3-tie beard loaf. In Saba's defense, she does have a history with the wolves.
That's true.
Also,
Very
you're
true.
right. Awesome idea with the 3 POV. And Fierce Fred said, killed that dude's rabbit right in front of him. Brutal. And he also said that he jumped when you jumped out at me.
Yeah. Did you like the opposite my view where I kind of
Yes.
muted
Yeah,
myself and
that
I
was
was like,
good.
I'm going to sneak up on Saba Jade, and then
Yes.
so the big question is tonight: are you going to be streaming for our 3rd episode? Because the 2nd episode for me is already in the can. I did mine the first day. Boom, done. But I've been doing this a lot longer than you guys. So Mythery did her very first video in the POV series, and it took her until what? Yesterday? Until she was editing it the whole time.
I did. Yeah, I added to the. Well, no, I wasn't doing it the whole time.
She was.
But every day it's like, I'm going to work on my video. I'm going to work on my video.
before we,
Yeah.
we posted
But she
them.
worked on it so hard, and I forgot how that was because I was like that too when I
Well,
first
I was
started.
learning how to use the
Yeah.
software.
Yeah, you're in the learning curve, and now I'm hoping that that learning curve is gonna kind of come down for you, and then you'll be,
And I have like real software, not
Yeah.
this freebie stuff.
you'll be in
We're just going to schedule it for Friday.
Friday.
mornings at 8,
Yeah, Friday.
8:30
I would
in the
like to do
morning.
it in the morning. That way, if people have time to comment before we podcast the following day. So.
Okay. All right. So we have a couple
Great.
more. Your very vanilla series. Last day
Oh,
of
right
farm.
on. Yeah.
Tay says, I've been meaning to tell you guys.
That's right, because he was in the closet, and we told him to come out and that it was a safe space.
What's this about Fierce Fred unloading Miss Blunderbuss? What did you
Oh,
do?
okay. So Myth walked out. Myth was outside. I went to check on her. She had swapped a blunderbuss with me because she found a level 6, I think. Or either that or I gave her
Yeah.
pink, I gave her pink dye. And when you put dye in something, it unloads it automatically.
Right.
So she had put pink dye in her blunderbuss and it unloaded it. So when she went to fight these zombies, she couldn't understand. She was like, "Wait a minute, I loaded this thing. Now it's unloaded." And they were barreling down on her. So that was fun for me to watch.
And then in your movers and shakers episode, Fred
Yeah.
says it needs more or less of dying scenes. So you
Yeah.
didn't die in episode 14?
No, I did not. Oh, but don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
Episodes are already done and uploaded for the next. I'm doing it every 5 days now because I have too many.
Too many?
So yeah, so I'm instead of every 7 days, I'm doing every 5 days. So I've got through the first week in March done and uploaded.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. And then Beethoven says, best help money can't buy.
truth, truth. They did a great job, I thought, and I even thanked them in the following episode.
She did.
Yeah. Like,
All right.
just-
And then the best part of this is Myth throwing light shade at you about a
Oh my
helicopter
God,
that will never be
yes.
built.
Yes, because Myth was like, "Oh, you can have your helicopter," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
She's got this horrible terrain in between where she lives now and where she used to live, which is where we moved all her stuff, going over this terrain. And it's like, she's got a little bit of stuff left that she doesn't want to have to go back and get it. So I was like, well, when you can build a helicopter, you could just fly. Oh, she can't build a helicopter.
Can't build a helicopter.
That's just mean of you, Mythery.
I know, right?
So that's it for comments to videos for this episode.
Yay!
So what did we learn?
I learned that if you're a high level character, even if you're like a mid high level character in Guild Wars 2, and you go into a low level area, you're actually in more danger.
Oh,
Because
God.
Mythery and I
Because you're reckless?
were romping. Yes, Mythery and I were romping through this low level area. We were thinking we're gonna crush this place. We got our butts kicked handily by those big ice giants. The Svarnir. We jumped into their cavern and they weren't happy about that.
They're mean.
Yeah, and we both died and we're like, "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing."
Let's leave.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
We
And
left.
I also learned that Mythery inventory management is an art more than
Yes.
it is a science.
Oh my God.
And a good job on your first video. I was really impressed. I thought you did great. I love the music. Love it. So
Oh, thank you.
I can't wait to see your next effort. Your next baby. What did you learn?
I'm a little bit naive, and I'm not telling you how I learned that. So
What does that mean?
She's not going to tell us.
Okay. Why is she naive though?
It says right there, I do
think
not
that-
have to tell you.
I do not have to tell you. I just
there's stuff that it's like I didn't know.
there's stuff you didn't know and now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know, now that you're seeing yourself through a different lens. That's what it is. That's what it is. And what did Saba learn?
You make better videos. both
Well,
of you. Well, you're more
That's
artsy, both of you.
Yeah, very artsy.
I heard you guys streamed that Ark last night,
We did.
and it was titled Ragnarok. I will get another bird today if it kills all
Oh
of
my
us.
God. Can I tell you, can I just defend myself a little bit and tell you what happened?
Yes.
Oh my God. So that is what the plan was. Like I went in, I'm like, we got a bird cage. We've got a trap. We're growing narcotics. We are going to get a bird and it's
Wait.
gonna be beautiful.
Okay, before you go on with this narcotic thing,
Uh-huh.
in the first episode of our POV series, when we were going after the bear, you said, Mithri, you're going to get high. And every time you said that, because I watched the video several times from different points of view, I kept thinking of you guys in that other series that you played. Let me go down here.
Far Cry.
Far Cry.
Oh yeah,
You guys got high all the time.
We're constantly high. in that
Constantly
game.
high. And I'm like, why do you and Mithri get high all the time?
So
Every
much.
single game that you play.
Every
And
game.
now you're talking about narcotics. What is up with that?
Well, if you can't do it in real life, why not do it in a video game?
Yeah, that's what these games are for.
How do I know
can't do
you're
in
not
real life.
doing it in real life?
How do you know? How do you even know?
Yeah, I guess you don't.
You don't. It's just the risk that you're going to have to take.
So, okay, narcotics. Go ahead.
Oh, right. Okay, so
Wait a minute. She's high right now.
I'm high now.
Now we're thinking about getting high.
Now well, you distracted me with the highness. Okay, so I was determined to get a bird last night. We went first. We said, okay, before we start streaming, we're going to go get supplies because we needed so many supplies because we're doing a lot of building. So we go to what we were calling Supply Island, which is right by the Blue Obelisk. It's got tons of trees, tons of everything, tons of rocks, tons of metal. We fill up the raft. I drive the raft into a little cove so that Mithri, who is constantly overloading her inventory, doesn't have to walk too far. And I promptly get the raft stuck. And the raft won't go anywhere no matter what we do. We offloaded a bunch of stuff. We were like, okay, maybe it's weighed down. No, it wouldn't go. It was stuck. So the only option we had was to run back home with a tail between our legs and then come back with the birds and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and offload the raft. But instead, because we were thinking about moving, we found this amazing cave. Mithri said, look, why are we taking all this stuff over there just so that we can take it to the cave? Let's just go ahead and take it to the cave now. So that's what we did. We took it to the cave, and then we destroyed the raft, or I destroyed the raft. I couldn't look at it anymore. And we moved everything from the old house to the new house, and then we spent the night building the new house. That is how that happened.
So you're living in a cave now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful
It's
cave.
amazing. It's got a waterfall in it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Big
It's
tree.
the coolest place we've ever lived in Ark, for sure.
Yeah, it's
Love
super
it.
cool.
But sorry for the misleading title on the stream because we didn't get a bird. I did find a really cool, very really goth colored dimorph. You know those dimorphs or whatever, the little birds
Mm-hmm.
that look like dragonlings or whatever that sit on your shoulder. I got one of them. I don't know
It's
if
a
it
bird.
counts. It's a bird. So yeah.
It counts because if
It
you get
counts.
5 of those, they will eat you up.
Oh my god, yes. They're like a pack. You get 5 of them and you're pretty much done.
You actually had a false title.
Yeah.
You lied to us.
I did.
of.
I'm a lying liar who lies. I'm sorry.
Lying liar who lied.
That's me. Yes, right here. Guilty.
Disappointed.
Our
know, I'm
morning
sorry.
supply run turned into
Into an all-day
thing.
supply run. It took us all day to recover from that horrible, horrible mistake, and it was 100% my fault. So.
Oh,
sorry
is
about
that why Mithri sounded the way she did when I called her today?
Yeah, she was so upset. Well,
All right.
Where's the bird? It says well in the show notes. Where's the bird, Lessa? All right, tell me about DDO. Go to the forums.
All right.
I need some
So-
entertainment.
2 topics in DDO. First, we talked about they had an update recently, and one of the updates had a change to how spell power works. And the way they changed it, it technically nerfed alchemists and sorcerers. Also, Valentine's Day, they put plus 20 hearts on sale. So this topic is, did you really just put plus 20 hearts on sale after announcing massive nerfs? This guy is totally annoyed that he thinks SSG purposely nerfed and then put the plus 20 hearts on sale so they can make a buck. Your character is now destroyed, plus 20 hearts on sale, so you have to buy the heart to redo your character.
Oh my god.
And so the thread is amazing. And if DDO is the only game you play and you don't play any other MMOs and you don't read all the other forums, you don't know that all forums are the same. Guild Wars 2 forums, same. Some people think everything's great. Some people think the company is out to get every penny out of you by doing horrible things.
Right.
They're the same. Some people think that about all the gaming companies. It's just
I
how
love
some
how
people
I love
think.
that you're learning through this whole experience.
I mean,
About having to troll other people's forums.
it's just amazing.
All game forums are the same. You didn't
They
know.
are.
You didn't know that.
They are absolutely. So on to the next topic. Well, okay, on to the next topic. Please put bloody footprints in this store. Now, this one is about the bloody footprints that you get from the hardcore league.
Oh my
So
God.
basically, the question is, should things that you get in the hardcore league be available in the store or only available for those who get them in the hardcore league?
I wouldn't lie. I would probably buy bloody footprints if I was allowed.
But do you think they should be in this store?
No.
Fierce Fred says no, hardcore is hardcore only. What do you think, Myth?
I think that they should be hardcore only. I think that there should just be some things that you have to pay the price for. Like, it's
Pay the
not
price
fair.
as earn them.
Earn them. It's not
Yes.
fair to those people that do all that work in hardcore, and then somebody can just buy it. It's not fair to those people.
I can see your point that it's not fair to those people, but it is just a game, you know? I agree.
know, but
I agree. I don't think they should
that's
be in
like
the
a
store.
badge of honor or whatever in the game. That they can walk around with those bloody footprints, and that tells everybody that sees it that they did that thing, whatever
Right.
the thing is that gave them the thing, whatever it might be.
I don't think they should be in the store. I think it should be hardcore only. But it is just a game.
Well,
Having said that,
you can
I
say
think
that about anything. That's like giving everybody a participation trophy.
correct.
Oh, you tried.
It's so we're all agreed. All four of us that are speaking up right now think hardcore is hardcore only. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. All right. So those are the two topics that I found that were the most interesting in the DDO forums
Pretty
for
good.
this. Yep. Lunar New Year celebration is going on in Guild Wars 2. And I put a picture of an example of one of the items that is available. It's the mount. It's an uncommon drop in the Black Lion chest, and it'll carry you through the new year. It's got these big horns and all that kind of stuff. And I put a link about
my
other
God.
things that you can get. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking, the skin.
Scary looking.
Yeah. I also put a link to Mike
Oh.
Teapot's Ultimate Beginner's Guide, and he has 3 episodes. Episode 1 is an overview of Guild Wars 2 user interface. Episode 2 is combat fundamentals, and episode 3 is boon and conditions. And then the forum topic for this episode, this guy has a couple questions and needs advice. And I picked this one because I don't do what he's asking. This guy says he's old and slow as molasses. His reaction times aren't what they used to be. So for solo and light grouping content, nothing close to hardcore, how much time do you have to pull off dodge rolls? Is it a pretty forgiving system? Are there some classes and builds that are more tolerant of someone who's probably not going to be great at dodging? Here's my question for you guys. Do you ever dodge?
Yeah, I do. Quite a bit, actually.
So you double tap and dodge?
Yeah, I
here and there?
absolutely double tap. I'll dodge left, I'll dodge right, I'll dodge forward.
I do it just for the fun of it, but I
That's
don't
the
do
only
it.
time I do it. It's when I'm spinning around with that to do. Or I accidentally do it.
I don't do it in combat.
I do.
Okay.
I probably should. But
So I must be
You
not
probably
doing it
should.
right.
No, you're fine. I'm the one that has to get up close. You have a gun. I have 2 stabby,
So
pokey things.
So it makes a difference whether you're melee or ranged.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right. So next up is Medieval Dynasty, and this is just a short one. They did a balance pass recently, so it's update version 0.14. And let me get out my word thing. They rebalanced the game's economy based on player feedback, and anybody who plays this should notice no more higher prices for a stick and rock compared to the whole hammer, which was a bit crazy.
Yeah.
So a whole bunch of things like that happened. And I put a picture of the upgraded hen house, which is pretty cool. Now, I haven't played it since they did the update, but I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. It should be much better than it was before. So
Cute hen house.
it is a cute hen house.
That is super cute.
Before, it wasn't as nice looking. So if you played Medieval Dynasty, take a look at the newest update. As we
Give
talked
it
about
its
before,
chance.
I like it, but I think it would be better if it was multiplayer, even though the Dynasty bit
Yeah.
would be a little difficult to handle multiplayer, but I think it would be pretty cool if we could do it as friends.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought too.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is 7 Days to Die, the new game stage design replayability. This guy says he loves the game, but is a little worried about the game stage introduced. It's kind of ruined the playability. And he's talking about the randomness in the game. So loot dependency, some things cannot be built if you didn't find the right thing.
I don't know what that means.
He doesn't like the perk system. Before he liked it better. So right now things are behind a gate. More.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah.
Before it was more books.
Yeah.
You still have to find a book.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, no.
With the forge, for example, you can take that first level of
Right.
engineering or whatever, and then you get to make a forge unless you find a book for a forge.
So,
and then you can just
If
make
you
it.
found a book for a forge on your first day, you could build a forge. Or if Lessa went out and found a book for an M60 right now, she could build an M60.
Oh my god, tell me where it is. I'll
Well,
go there.
pretty much now it's either or.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what this person doesn't like is that if she were lucky enough to find an M60 book today on her very first day in a trash can. Exactly. Listen to her.
Never happen.
And some people, it does happen. That's what he doesn't like about it. It's all about the randomness of it.
So if somebody found an M60 book in the trash can,
They still wouldn't be able to make an M60 unless they had the right parts for it. Find them or
So-
buy them.
They don't think you should have books that unlock weapons, is what some people are saying.
Oh.
so he doesn't like that there's books for that stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because it makes it too OP. What do you guys think?
I don't think so. In my vanilla game, I have 20 episodes in the can, basically. And I'm a peasant. I barely got a bicycle. And yeah, and I found my first blueprint for a weapon, and it was a marksman rifle, but I don't have what it takes to build a marksman rifle. And I'm such a slow looter. I just don't see it. I don't see how it unbalances things. So
I'll have to check it out
This
when I
is
get
my
back
opinion,
into
though.
mine. Because
This
I
is
know
my
when you go
opinion.
into, what is it, one of those traders that are not a trader, the deserted traders?
fake trader, yeah.
A fake trader, most likely, if there's in the workbench that's destroyed, or the cement mixer that's destroyed, or if there's a chemistry station, chances are you're going to find one of those books.
Yeah, well, even in the regular traders, there's usually one of those books in the destroyed whatever.
Right.
I agree with Lissa. I don't think that it makes you OP because you still, like she said, you still have to have the parts.
The most
She's
difficult thing
walking
to
around
find,
starving, and I don't see it.
but the most difficult thing to find in the vanilla game, is a beaker. I have found.
Oh my God! In any of them, it's a beaker.
It's a beaker. Can't make a beaker.
Yeah, I used to be able to make a beaker.
So, last one is Ark Survival Evolved. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Love Evolved is live from February 11th.
Oh, we
18th.
noticed.
Yes.
Oh boy, did we notice.
You have new skins, 3 times the rates of everything, and there's a Valentine
Look at this and all.
coal
There's all kinds of
cannon.
stuff that we're not allowed to do.
Yes, you can. You can manually activate it.
Really?
On your server, yes. You can
So we
manually
can
activate
cheat,
it on your
is what I'm
server.
hearing?
It's not cheating.
It's not?
No, I gave you a link, and it's going to take you a while to get that link to work because their website is very slow. Very, very, very slow. So follow the link eventually, and they give you a thing to put on your server to activate the Love Evolved thing. So just go to this web page, and it tells you what to do. And I would have done a forum topic, but really their forums are slow, their web pages are slow. All right, so the question of the show, and this is based on Les's experience with Valheim, what makes a good survival crafting game? For you to start a new game, what do you need for it to be good and continue to play after 1 or 2 play sessions?
Yeah, game balance, I think, first and foremost, and you need a tutorial that you can get out of. Because if you want me to talk about this now, I will. I don't
Yes.
mind. I don't mind saying what my problems were. Our good friend Tyrannos, who games with us quite often, does not agree with me.
We played a
Ride the
couple of
bus
games with him.
because, yeah,
We played Green Hell with him, and we didn't like that game
we hated
either.
that game because it was too much of a struggle. You need to strike that balance between, yeah, this is a struggle, but hey, it's not an impossible struggle. I did not feel that way about Valheim. Here's my problem with Valheim. Let me put nothing in my hand. I'm in my zombie-less 7 Days to Die game. Let's see if I can find something to pick up. Most of the time, you can interact with something, or you can pick it up off the ground. You get a little interaction. I think they call that the hitbox. I think that's what Mithri said.
Yes.
Where you get close to something and you can pick it up. Well, the first thing about Valheim that irritated me was that I had trouble finding the hitbox. I had to stand 3 feet away from the object before I would get the interaction button to say,
So
hey,
go to
you
the
can pick this up. Oh, this is a vanilla game. It's not gonna give me a hitbox. But in a game like Ark and a game like 7 Days to Die, boom, I'm standing over the object a reasonable distance away where if this were real, I could bend over and I could pick up this stone, and I can press E and I can pick it up. In Valheim, I just couldn't do that. I had to stand back here before I would get the hitbox, and that just irritated me. Why would you put something so clunky, a mechanic so clunky, in a game that, quote, quote, everyone is talking about? I thought it was stupid. The other thing I thought was stupid is that when you first log in, you have a tutorial. You have to walk around. It tells you, you follow this little bird. He tells you to do things. That's fine. I can do that. I'm following the bird's instructions. And the bird says, okay, there's wood on the ground. You can punch trees or whatever. You have to make an axe. I punched every tree, every little tree, every big tree. I punched them until they were not there anymore. There was no wood fell out for me on the ground. I found two pieces of just wood laying on the ground that I could pick up, and I walked around in very tight concentric circles looking for wood so that I could make this stupid axe, and I never found it. I tried punching everything. I tried everything to find this wood, and I just could not do it. I couldn't get out of their tutorial. And guess what? The sun went down, and I died because I froze to death, because I couldn't make a fire, because I couldn't make a goddamn axe. So I was like, fuck your game. Excuse my language, chat and Saba. I might give it another chance, but you piss me off in the tutorial. If you want me to play, let me get out of the tutorial. At least make it so I can get out. That really, really irritated me to the point where I just had such a bad taste in my mouth that I didn't want to go back. The graphics, are they? I'm sure they meant it to look like that, sort of like blocky and cartoony. I didn't really like it. I like the graphics in Ark. I think Ark is a fantastically beautiful game. I love the graphics in 7 Days to Die. I cannot get enough of them. The graphics in this game reminded me of another crafting survival kind of sandboxy game called Eco. That I tried. I tried to play it once upon a time, and I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like the graphics. This is the same problem I had, forgive me, ladies, in Scrap Mechanic. I didn't like the world. I think that was my biggest issue. That, and I felt like I wasn't really getting anywhere.
We already told you the problem with Scrap Mechanic is we put you in the deep
Yeah,
end.
you threw me to the deep end of the pool.
We didn't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nope.
That's okay. But I don't know. I don't know. The look of the game, I didn't really like it. So that's why I said in the beginning of this episode, folks, that I was going to talk about Valheim, but you were not going to like anything that I had to say. And I've been reading a lot of hype, particularly from PC Gamer online about this game. You know what I mean?
PC Gamer has hyped a lot of games that I've tried, luckily on Steam.
Yeah.
And if you play anything on Steam for less than an hour and you don't like it, you get your money back.
Get your money back.
I should have done that immediately, because we have a friend who just can't get enough of Valheim, and I just don't get it.
Myth and I cannot remember the name of this game, but Myth and I tried this game once. Well, we've tried many games together, but I can't remember this one game that we tried, and we were both doing it, and we did it for less than an hour, luckily, and we got our money back. But we were
like, nope.
Yeah, and it was exactly what you're talking about. We were doing something, and we were on the same map, playing co-op together, and we were out practically naked. It wasn't Worm this time, Fred. It was something else. But we did try Worm.
It was around that time, though. I can see it in my head. I know what game you're talking about, but I don't remember the name either.
And we're like, okay, we're supposed to do this. And she was dying. She died first, and then I died, and only because I was lucky enough to find some food. And we're like, it's telling us to do this. This is not working.
Yeah.
And it told us exactly what to do, but it didn't work. And we're like, why isn't this working? And we were just getting really frustrated.
Yeah.
And we're like, forget
this.
And
that's a great way to get someone to just say, screw your game.
Yep.
Quit, and then go play something else that they are going to enjoy more. That is what happened to me in Valheim. Because of our mutual friend who plays, I am going to give it another chance. If I see the same thing in the same game, I'm not going to play it.
For me, I just want it to be fun, first of all. I want the tutorial, if there is one, to make sense. I want it to be a simple tutorial. So for this one, they have 8 little things to get you going. You craft your bed, you make your axe, they show you how to make a wooden block, that kind of stuff. And then you're off on your own. I mean, it is very basic.
Yeah. I love to terraform. I love building, but I also love to terraform, which is why I love 7 Days to Die so much, because you can dig and you can change things. In Valheim, I didn't really see a lot of that, but
that video I saw, the guy said you could terraform, but he did not do any of it.
Okay. He said you can do it, but he didn't demonstrate it. And
he didn't do it. Yeah. He said you had to have a hoe.
Well, I got you.
Well, there you go.
Get it? Never mind.
Maybe that was his problem. He
didn't have a hoe. Hey,
he was alone.
Maybe that was your problem. You didn't have.
I didn't have Myth playing with me. I didn't have Myth playing with me.
That's right. He didn't take me.
That was it. Did you have anything to add to the whole what makes a good survival game for the start, Myth?
No, I have nothing to say.
All right. Right on.
Well, you have nothing, like when you start a new survival game, you have nothing.
What makes it
when you started Minecraft, what got you hooked?
Me?
Yeah.
This is a great story, actually. Remember way back in the day when people used to use Skype? So we were using Skype. So she shared her. It was Skype, dude. It was you shared your screen with me, and I was like, okay, do this. All right. Put this in your hand. All right. It was real slow. And then, like, she was so excited. She had a wooden axe, and then she had an apple. She's like, I have an axe. I have a snack. I'm ready. She built a tree house. Like, that was it. She was hooked after that.
Yeah. I remember I didn't think I was going to like that game. I was so surprised that much I liked it.
Yeah, it's just a gateway drug.
It's such a simple game, but there's so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
I guess
the graphics aren't the greatest.
No,
that's why I didn't think I would like it, because I was always been a graphics snob. I guess I just want it to be intuitive. That's what I want it to be.
Whenever I
But
think of intuitive crafting, I think about Subnautica because it's such an elegant crafting system. Or Rust. Rust has actually got a great crafting system.
Yeah, Rust is good.
I like it that it can be basic, but also involved. If you think outside the box, you can make really intricate things.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, so before we start, it's going to be short, sweet, and sweaty. For the last 2 episodes, I've been rapping, right? I rapped.
Yeah.
I rapped about Mithri first. Mithri actually has 2 verses. I rapped about Sabajade. Sabajade just has a bam! Fantastic verse. I also have a verse.
Okay.
I also have a verse. My name is Lessa, a mesh of holy and aggressor. Like carbon dust, I harden up to diamond under pressure. Yes, sir, preaching law like a professor. Why was this cowardice retreating to the treasure? That's it.
This is the shortest one.
I know it's the shortest one.
Is there a chorus?
I don't know. I don't know. I think there, but does rap have a chorus? It has a hook line, right? Rap should have a hook line.
Hook.
Yeah, rap should have a hook. So that's what we need. We need a hook. Get to work on that, Myth. Get to work on the hook. And then we can record this rap, but that's going to be so painful. Can the 2 of you rap?
Nope.
Okay.
You have to send it all to me before I can think of a hook.
Before you can think of a good hook. Like, he wanted it to be like MC Front a lot, like rapping behind slow getaway music. That
Like that.
just like that. All right, where are we in the show?
Fortunately, you don't have to be able to sing to rap.
It's great. You can sing talk.
Right.
Just sing talk. Oh, Mithri, it's your turn. The Battle of Claw Island. Yeah, tell us about it.
First, you have to do champion sacrifice, because we went to the Hylic village. You know the Hylic, the giant frog
I love
people?
the frogs, yes.
And then we talked to Arkin Forland, our mentor, one of them. And the Hylic were very distraught, and Canu's brother was missing. So we had to go look for him, and we went out there and found out that all the Hylic champions had been turned into corrupted monsters. It's a really bad thing. So, of course, we had to deliver the horrible news back to the Hylic, and then they told us, well, we can't have that. They must all be put down because they can't run around being corrupted monsters. That would not do for their champions. So we went back out there to put them all down, and in doing that, we had to fight Sabati, which was like the main champion dude. But in order to prove that we fought him and put him down, we had to bring his head back. And so we had to argue about who was going to bring the head back. I don't remember which one of you guys did that, but it wasn't me. I know that. Do you remember?
This sounds awfully macabre, so I probably did it.
Probably.
Just saying, if it's really gross.
So, yeah. So we did do that, though. Was that the place where they turned us into monsters for a little while?
We get turned into monsters so often that it's really hard for me to differentiate.
Right. Then we went to Claw Island, and there was a huge battle. I'm telling you, Claw Island was under siege.
Yeah.
So much undead going on there. Many undead
Claw Island
people.
was hard.
That was the worst battle we've ever had.
It was the worst battle we've ever
Yeah.
had. It was very challenging. I enjoyed it, honestly.
It was super, super hard. They had a bunch of trebuchets around, and there was all these undead battleships of all things out in the water.
Battleships made of like squid and bones and stuff.
Yeah, it was terrible. And so there were these lights around the edge of the island, and I forget what they call them, but they mean, help, 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 wherever run. And so the main guy, I forget his name, but he was really against lighting these lights because they hadn't been lit in like a billion years, and he was going to be super embarrassed if we lit them, so we lit them anyway.
That's right.
And
he was like, no,
we were getting our butts kicked.
because that's an admission of failure. We can't light the lights. And
Yeah, let's
warn
die.
everybody that we're failing. We'd rather die fighting.
That we lit them, and then we fought and we fought and we fought, and we killed all these big undead ships. I'm telling you, those things are creepy.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
So it was really nice to use the catapults because there are some missions around the map where you have to use a catapult for one reason or another. And it was like, oh my god, we've trained all our lives for this.
I did not train to use a catapult.
What's the difference in a catapult and a trebuchet?
It's the action.
Yeah, one has a rope that like helps it go, right? Like a...
Yes.
I thought the trebuchet was more elegant than the catapult.
These were trebuchets.
Okay, good. So they were trebuchets then.
So in the end, we won, but I'm telling you, it was just barely winning. We
Yeah, skin of our teeth and all that.
Not too many people survived.
No.
No, there was a lot of deaths at Claw Island. We got to pour some beer for them later, for some ale.
My
Right.
mentor
Out on the ground.
herself.
She did. Did that affect you?
Yes.
That made you sad? Because whenever I ran through that Claw Island with my Mesmer, he had a different mentor, and the same thing happened. But I felt it. I was like, man, I felt it. It cut me kind of deep.
Yep.
I liked it. Are you guys ready to move on to our 2 weeks in gaming?
Yep.
All right, stick around after the show for our new 7 Days to Die series. We are going to record live our 3rd episode. If you want to see my point of view, watch the Damsels Game Twitch channel right here. If you want to see Mithery's point of view, watch Mithery's Twitch channel. Go ahead and you can feel free to link your Twitch channel in the chat there, Myth. Shelby usually records, so I'm not gonna hold her to anything if she wants to record or not. And then later it'll have to be a surprise what her edit looks like.
Correct.
We will be putting out episode 2 on Friday, I believe, 8 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Sorry.
8:30.
Mine is Twitch TV/Mythery1.
Mythery1.
Yeah.
It's always Mythery1. Mythery is 1.
Somebody always takes Mythery.
They do. I don't know
they
why.
use it. I
That's
know.
so stupid.
It is stupid.
Oh my god. Well, brace yourself, Mythery, because now we got to talk about Far Cry 5.
Oh, I'm sad
All
it's
right.
over.
Spoiler warning, not only for the chat, but if you are listening on YouTube, if you're listening on iTunes, wherever you're listening, if you are playing through the Far Cry 5 storyline and you do not want extreme spoilers for how the story ends, you're going to need to fast forward a couple of minutes.
Oh no. I'll just go like this through the whole thing. La la la.
So if you don't want extreme spoilers for how the story ends, you need to walk away. Speaking of walking away, when you get to the end of Far Cry 5, you will walk into Joseph's church and you will get the option to walk away. Take it. You will lose nothing. Go ahead and say, okay, that's it. I'm going to choose to walk away. You get an extra cutscene, and it's really cool. Also,
Yeah.
I don't want to say what happens there, but it's worth it. It's worth the extra cutscene. So when you first go into Joseph's church, opt to walk away. Then go back and kill Joseph after you're all done with that.
You get to see two different things.
Yeah.
How did you know to do that?
My husband told me because he had already finished the game. So he was like, you need to do this. You need to walk away. It's really nice. So here we go with the extreme spoilers.
I told Patrick and he didn't do it, even though I told him.
Whatever. Some people just don't want to listen. Some people just don't want to listen. So here we go with the extreme spoilers. Spoiler. I'm not even kidding. Spoiler. Turn back now. You've been warned. So Joseph has access to a nuclear warhead. And right at the end, even when you win, that nuclear warhead is getting set off. You and Hope County, Montana, and pretty much all of Montana, probably part of Oregon, probably part of Canada, are proper FUCKED kids. I mean, we're talking mushroom cloud. It went off underground, I believe, because it was underground. But it still made the mushroom cloud to go up into the atmosphere. And it probably contaminated the water system. Even if you escape the blast, because that's part of the end, is that you have to escape that blast and get into a bunker. You're screwed. You're going to be dead in a couple of years. You're going to get leukemia, or you're going to get some kind of cancer and you are going to die. Everything
Yeah.
you took out of Hope County, Montana, don't even worry about paying all those preppers back because they're gone. They're dead. We were
Everybody's dead.
worried about the moral implications of us getting so rich from prepper stashes that maybe we were getting too rich. But you know what? Don't worry about it. Just take everything. It's fine. You're all going to die. How
We
angry?
figure they're setting up Red Dawn.
I think so
Right.
too. Yeah. But it wasn't really apparent. They kind of made it seem like missiles went off everywhere. All over everywhere. When really you're looking at max 2 missiles in Hope County, Montana. That doesn't the end of the world make. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, that's a Chernobyl situation for sure. Or, well, I looked this up, and the bomb, the way the cloud was and everything, it's probably more like the bomb that we ended up dropping on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and that radiation took much less, not as much time to dissipate. It's not like Chernobyl where the half-life is 50 years or 30 years or whatever, where you won't be able to live there for 30 years. So that was my first problem when we moved into the next part of the storyline, which is Far Cry New Dawn. So do you want to move on and talk about that, or do you want to talk about the ending of Far Cry 5 for Myth? Do you have anything to add?
We can move on to New Dawn.
Okay.
I'll text Silva and tell her to come back.
Oh, okay. She's gone. Well, no, don't tell her to come back yet, because Far Cry New Dawn starts in this post-apocalyptic world where, everything is kind of screwed, and there's, everything got destroyed, but everything grew back, and it grew back within 17 years, which makes me think that this bomb wasn't a Chernobyl-type situation. This bomb was more like a atom bomb-type situation where the radiation dissipated very quickly and things grew back. Really, Montana, you guys can't get in those cars and drive out of the county to figure out what the hell's going on?
Right.
Oh my god, whatever.
We'll find out, though. We haven't really started
We
that one
really
yet.
haven't. I played through the first part of the tutorial, and then I was like, no, I can't do this. We need to talk about radiation and fallout and Half-Life and all that. So, I couldn't deal with it. So I walked away. I did a bunch of research, and then I went, okay, this is feasible. This could happen. Except, did it happen everywhere? That's my only question.
At least they probably, I guess they'll tell us. I don't know.
Maybe. You can text
Well,
her
we
now.
know
She
it's
can come back now.
Montana for sure.
Yeah, she can come back now. So anyway, it's free. It's safe to listen. Again?
All right, I texted her.
Okay, good. And I played Guild Wars 2 with you. You kind of already talked about that. We talked about dying in the low levels. Oh my god. What else to say about the Ark? We played Ark Survival Evolved. We opened up the Ragnarok map. Remember when we said we were going to do it in the summertime? And I was like, no, let's do it now.
Okay, so how are people listening on the podcast supposed to know when to come back?
I'm going to have to tell them, maybe?
You can
I said
go
a
and
couple of
mark
minutes.
the time and then put an overlay thing in there.
I'll do so. I'll
Put
figure it out.
a note. Put
I'll
a
figure it
note
out.
in.
I'll figure it out. Spoiler. I'll
There's
make
a-
spoiler tag.
A new bird in an Ark, and I don't know what the name of this bird is, but it has a saddle that has a rocket in it.
Can you shoot the rocket?
Not that it's like you sit on it in the rocket and you can fly the bird and the rocket really fast.
So there's a question about
Not like a bomb.
Ragnarok. Where can you get crystal on Ragnarok?
Oh,
Look who's asking.
everywhere. The answer is everywhere. Look for mountains. Look on the sides of mountains. Look at the terrain up top.
You can get it south.
You can also go way
You
out of
can
your
get
way to the most dangerous place you can
east.
think of. And then, oh shit. Uh-oh. Are you
What's
guys still
that?
there?
We're
Am I
here.
still
Yes.
twitching?
We heard that, yes.
Yes.
I had a power flash.
Yes, you did. We heard
Oh
it.
shit.
Yeah.
We might not be doing...
Yeah, I'm still moving
Yeah,
on to
okay.
Twitch. We're good. Holy
Okay.
moly, oh my god. a little rattled. Anyway, are you guys still playing Scrap Mechanic?
We are.
Yeah.
Okay, how you liking it?
Like it a lot.
Okay, great. Good. Glad you
Sauer
talked
has
about it.
made a semi-tractor trailer with a lift on the back of it.
Yep.
Pretty amazing. Problem is, they've got one engine. Like, there's, electric engine and a gas engine, and you can upgrade it. And once you get it upgraded to the most it can be upgraded, I mean, that's like the only engine there is. So, if it, let's say, can't get up a hill, you don't have any.
Well, the only thing you can do is have multiple engines on
But
your truck.
Can
That's
you
all.
daisy chain them?
No, you don't daisy chain. You put like one engine on the front wheels and one engine on your back wheels and that kind of stuff.
Can do that.
Yep.
That just sounds weird, but okay.
It does sound weird. Weird, yeah.
It sounds wheeled to me as
Wheeled.
well.
Wheeled. It does sound
Sound
wheeled.
wheeled. All right, do you guys have anything else to add before we move on to housekeeping? I don't want to lose power
No.
Nope.
and mess up the cast.
Nope.
All right, housekeeping. Once again, YouTube is last on my list for doing stuff. This week I might get it up in time since due to this winter storm, everything is closed, so I have an extra day off. But I gotta get it. If I'm gonna get it done, I gotta really get it done quick because to make up for these days that I'm missing, I have to work extra because I have no more PTO to give to the world, kids. No more. So I have to make it up. So I can only do what I can do, and if it's late, it's late. There you go. Be sure to subscribe either on iTunes or our home at Podcast Garden. Podcast Garden. And Damsels of DDO. We're still there. And you can go to our website, damselsofddo.com. You can also follow us on Twitter. I'm at LessonMithery is at Mithery1, and Saba Jade is at Saba Jade. You can also send us an email. We are the Damsels Game, all one word, at gmail.com. When's next time?
February 28th, midnight.
February 28th, midnight. Mithery, make videos.
Close window.
There you go. Thanks everybody who joined us for the live show. Bye.